I'm Luke. I'm a director who has completed 8 short films. I've won awards for my films. I've started my own film company. I've spent thousands of hours writing, filming, and failing and succeeding at this. So learn from me. Learn from my mistakes and my successes, so you yourself don't have to make those same mistakes. The first step when you're making a short film is knowing exactly what type of film you want to make. What movies do you like? What do you yourself enjoy watching? This is the easy part. It doesn't require anything else other than internet connection, which I would say most of you have because you're watching this video right now. Did the camera push in? Did it push out? Was the story told from a unique perspective? Was there no perspective? Find what you like so you can tell your film the way you want it to be told. If it works for you, it's going to work for someone else. Trust that. Look around you. Stories are everywhere. My last short film, I was on a walk, and I came across one of these little libraries. And if you haven't stumbled across one of these before, it's where people interchange books, grab books. And I thought to myself, there's a story there. So I went home, I started the writing process, and I just started to think, what could be told? I started to take in a bunch of different short films. Specifically, I tackled a lot of Pixar short films and looked at how they were told and how a lot of great short films show, they don't tell. And okay, I want to tell the film without dialogue. I want to tell a film that's really short. I want it to tell it about these little libraries because that was what inspired me. So getting out, getting inspired, that's where stories can be told. And specifically for no budget short films, this is where your bread and butter will be. I really like to focus on the importance of less is more. Like I said, show, don't tell. Like, I can't overstate this enough. I kind of hate this advice that I found myself having to follow because I like to be big and bold, and I believe the filmmakers are pushing, if everyone's saying keep it simple, as a filmmaker, I'm like, the greats don't listen when people are telling them this is how you have to do something. So all of this insight I'm providing today is insight. It's not a guide, it's not a formula. Short films is not a formula, and film is not a formula. Okay, so you have your story, you're ready to go, you're ready to film, but there's this question of, how do I find my cast and crew? I've had great success starting with friends and family, moving up to going to local theaters, backstage.com has a great database of where you can look for local actors. That's where we actually found our last movie, again, pulling references, is the lead actor is my dad, who's a great actor. And then we have one actor from Backstage, and then we have one actor from one of our local theaters. So, and then also using social media. Once people know you're a filmmaker, then they will come to you, or you can go to them and say, hey, here's what I've done. That's something I've really focused on, is branding with Sukavision. I have my full website. We can provide actors a lot of things outside of just pay or just being a part of a project, is saying you'll get headshots, you'll be on a website, you'll have professional stuff to link of other projects, and the branding is going to be really good. Because you don't want to package your film, and this is a little, I'm going to cover this later, but you don't want to package your film horribly. You've taken all this time to write it, to plan it, to even get it out, to have all these people come be a part. You want the presentation to be so good that people are almost impressed by how clean everything else is, and that will heavily attract others, because now I have people reaching out to me weekly asking if they can be in projects or be an extra or come act, and that's really fun for me because it now allows me to tap into this database that I've created just by making something. Show up prepared. Like I was talking about, do every little thing right. You want to have everything storyboarded and have a shot list, or at least have something with a plan of saying, this is how I'm going to tackle the day, because that first day, or if you've done it before, you just know that things are going to go wrong. Day of the location, we're on set, and my producer, Sam Braidway, amazing producer, gets a call from our local police department.
Hello, I would like to inform you that you are unable to film at the location today. I did not have accurate permits, and I did not have authority to give you that authorization. Sorry about that. You're going to have to leave the premises now or stay
person says, hey, I was wrong, I actually told you you didn't need a permit, and you do. Carrying 40, 50 pounds of gear on our back, out in the middle of this forest. In that moment, our entire plan was scrapped, but thankfully we had a plan B. And if there wasn't that plan B, we would literally have to cancel this movie. And all those hundreds of hours. And having a plan and expecting those setbacks is so huge. And then really little things is like, you should have a snack. You should bring snacks for your cast and crew. Have a table for them to set their stuff. Bring water, stuff for them to just relax, sit, and have a better time. Because a happy cast and crew will make your movie so much smoother. You're not a professional yet. And that's fine. You have no money. Don't scrap ideas, rework them. Just like I said earlier, when that location was scrapped, we, instead of saying, hey, this can't happen, we just started moving on to plan B and had to adapt. No storyboard, okay, maybe some of the storyboard will still work, and it did. And saying, let's just keep playing. Maybe the story's gonna, this location, everything was mapped out and it's in action. It's a fun action movie. So it's like, a lot of stuff is planned around, okay, there's 3 trees here, he's gonna jump from this branch and go down here. Okay, we have to scrap that. Okay, maybe he hides in a tree now, or whatever it might be. Really, the biggest tip in the whole world I could possibly give you is that you should go out in public, like I'm saying. Is you just have to go out into what's around you, because these locations will just be giving themselves to you. A lot of people, I feel like, make the story first and then go find a location, and you're basically asking for a list of issues there. It's never going to be quite right. You don't have the big enough budget to fix it. So just going out. For every one of my films, if we need to shoot, we shot at a breakfast diner. We asked, hey, can we be in this? And most of the time people are going to say yes, and because people love being a part of something. And I know I talked about gear a little bit, and I don't want to dive too much into that because it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Gear is just a way to make that vision happen. If you're going to get anything, get lights and audio first, and camera third. Having lights can elevate a bad camera. Bad camera can't elevate no lights. I gave you, that was a little bit of a rap there. I can't apologize. Sometimes I'm just spitting. And with sound, if you don't have any mics, don't write a scene that relies on dialogue. You play to your strengths. Okay, we don't have mics. Looks like I'm going to tell a story without any audio from the actors. Of maybe it's all visual, and for this one final dialogue scene, you rent out a mic. Or again, you're playing to your strengths. It's almost like short films are so tricky, specifically no budget short films, because you literally have to just use what's around you. You cannot rely on having money to make a bigger vision happen. You have to make a vision happen where you are or what's around you with what you have. If you're not quite ready to make your film, you can gain experience. If you live in Southwest Michigan, you should reach out to me, or live close to me, or if you're willing to travel, I'd love to have you be a part of our sets. And YouTube actually is a great resource for this. There's a lot of really, really great YouTubers, specifically Every Frame of Painting, Movie Wise, and Studio Binder, 3 of my favorites. Movie Wise, really, really good at talking about blocking and how films have changed so much and how the classics were so good. Every Frame of Painting, specifically talking about different styles and really offering really engaging and cool and very motivating film work. And then Studio Binder literally being like film school. I personally did not go to film school. I've learned everything from doing and from learning from who has done it before me. Going on YouTube to look at videos like this or behind the scenes vlogs, which is something that's what I really do. I'm Luke Rang, director based out of Chicago in Southwest Michigan. On my YouTube channel, I have really raw and real vlogs of what it's like on the day with me and my insight. I know it feels overwhelming, but I've done it, and it gets much easier. The more you make, the more it gets easier. If you're interested in watching my journey, the link down below will be to my filmmaking journey starting from day one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you picked up something from this video. And remember, you don't need to follow any of this because it's your movie. This is just some stuff that I've learned that I feel like could help you down the road. Have a great day and good luck making your film.